that matters. Fox 40 News at 5 starts now.
Health officials in Placer County have announced the first coronavirus-related death here in California. Glad you're with us tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm Nikki Lorenzo.
And I'm Eric Harriman. Health officials believe that victim contracted the virus while on a cruise ship from San Francisco to Mexico. He was being treated at Kaiser Permanente in Roseville, and that's where he died this morning.
And now Governor Gavin Newsom is declaring a state of emergency over coronavirus concerns as he shares what's going to be done to keep Californians safe.
Fox 40 has team coverage of the coronavirus for you tonight. Sinceri Tonsel live at the Capitol with more from the governor. But first we'll go to Fox 40's Doug Johnson, who is live in Roseville with what we know about that victim. Doug.
Well, Eric, we're not getting a whole lot of information from county health officials here about this person. What we are learning is actually coming from the cruise line. They say he's a 71-year-old male, and we can kind of guess based on the fact that he was treated by the Rockland Fire Department that more than likely he lives somewhere within their jurisdiction. Meanwhile, dozens of people who came into contact with him here in Placer County are now being told to self-quarantine.
Heavy heart that I share with you this afternoon that Placer County resident has died from COVID-19.
Placer County health officials announced the first coronavirus-related death in California.
And is an elderly individual who had multiple underlying medical conditions.
County, state, and federal health officials believe that the patient was exposed on a cruise which left San Francisco February 11th, went to Mexico, and returned February 21st. Princess Cruises confirmed in a press release that the patient was a 71-year-old male guest who had sailed on the Grand Princess Mexican voyage.
This individual did develop symptoms on the cruise and was still symptomatic when they passed through the port of San Francisco on their return trip.
Then on February 27th, the patient was taken by the Rockland Fire Department to Roseville Kaiser Permanente. And on Tuesday, the patient tested presumptively positive, kicking off a health investigation to discover who else might have been exposed.
10 healthcare workers at Kaiser Permanente Roseville and 5 emergency medical services personnel were exposed and are under quarantine for 14 days.
The Rockland Fire Department confirms that 3 of its employees have been asked to self-quarantine for the next 2 weeks. So far, none of them, nor the other 12 medical workers exposed, are showing any symptoms.
Some of these employees did have contact with the public, but because they had no symptoms during that time, the risk of transmission of COVID-19 to the public is very low, if any.
Meanwhile, the CDC says at least one other patient with the coronavirus is believed to have been on the same cruise, and other passengers may have also been exposed.
In Sonoma County, there was a case that tested positive, then it is the same cruise. And I would just emphasize that there are a number of other people that have been identified with some types of symptoms that are undergoing testing now.
Now, health officials say it is likely that the coronavirus will spread probably here in Placer County, but also across the state. And so again, they are just reminding everyone to wash their hands, but they're also saying that do be prepared to have enough supplies in case you do need to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. Reporting live in Roseville tonight, Doug Johnson, Fox 40 News.
Doug, thank you. And